Benny Adams here with Hollywood Junket, and I am very excited today because we're talking all about AGT, and I got the one and only Lee Collinson here. He had an amazing performance. Judges loved him. How's it going, Lee?
Oh, it's going good, man. It's going very good. Thank you.
I want to talk about all your performance. First off, I want to start off by what surprised you about America besides the food?
The size of America on a scale, even everything is just so big. You feel like an ant walking around LA in my spare time. I felt so small. People, do you know what? People are so friendly in America as well. People are so much like forthcoming. They talk. When I first turned up, I had like headphones on and I was just walking like I would normally around my home area. And then I come to America, and everyone's just talking to each other. No one knew anyone, but everyone was just talking to each other. It's so weird. But it was amazing. But it was so out of the normal for me.
That's so cool. So it was like just a huge culture shock.
Yeah, big time.
That's crazy. So I also want to talk about your talent. You're a very talented person. And I want to know, have you ever auditioned for Britain's Got Talent? And if so, how did that go?
So I tried Britain's Got Talent when I was young, when I was about 16, I believe. And I had I was with my two friends who played keyboard and a drummer. And we went on there just as like on a limb. We always basked, so we thought, let's push it. And we went on, and we didn't get shown, but we had an audition. And yeah, Simon said to me that it was messy and we should have done an original. And when you're in your own bubble, you don't see yourself. Do you know, like when you watch things, you don't pick up on these things. But then when I went back through all our stuff and watched everything again, taking in what Simon had said, you can see the imperfections. So I really, from that, I really took a step back and decided to take a bit more pride in what I do and look at things a bit deeper.
Well, it definitely has paid off because you are amazing. And I want to talk about artists that you look up to or who inspire you. Well, who are some artists that inspire you?
There are so many, but you got James Arthur, Tom Walker, Ed Sheeran, Dermot Kennedy, Shawn Mendes. All these people Justin Bieber. All these people have the ability to write music that's so captivating in a way. Every time they release a song, it's so relatable. They write about things that are so common to everyone, so it makes you feel like you're involved in that, and it gives you a bit of peace, gives you something to relate to. When music touches you, I think it can just change your whole mood, change your whole day. I think it's an amazing talent to have, to be able to do that for people.
Oh, I completely agree, man. And so after your performance, Simon Cowell gave you a standing ovation. And that's not a thing that Simon Cowell usually does. He's a tough cookie to crack. What was that like? Were you surprised at all that he did that? What were your thoughts?
You know what? Even now, I don't even have words to explain it. It doesn't make it feels like it didn't happen. Like, it was so strange. The reaction was they just couldn't have gone any better for me at all. There was nothing else. Honestly, I could not tell you. The feeling was it was almost like pressure, like a whole big release had gone from my shoulders, knowing that he appreciated it. Not just him, like the whole panel, the whole audience. The response I've had like online is insane. I can't even begin to thank, like, the amount of messages I get for people. Obviously, because that song is quite a personal song. People messaging me, telling them that it helped them with this and helped them with that. And it's just I'm just happy that I was able to go on stage and do that for someone.
Yeah, I completely agree. And speaking of judges, who are some of your favorite judges on this show?
Do you know what? Heidi, I really liked Heidi. Howie was good because at the end, they didn't show it, but obviously I shook everyone's hand to say thank you. But Howie doesn't, he's a germaphobe, right? So he has a thing with touching people's hands, and we waved at each other like that. That really made me because I understand it, but it really stuck. We was waving at each other like that. It was really funny.
And speaking, I've got to talk about your mom. She is amazing. I love how she stood up for you when Simon Cowell was joking with you over the call. Did she give you any words of encouragement before your performance?
My mum, I don't. You know what? I don't speak too much on it because it's not something that I like to. I'm very nervous when I do these things, and but I don't like to put it on. But my mum will always just say every time is do what you do best, or just she says do what you do best. You're amazing. You don't need to do nothing else. This doesn't define you. So it's little words, little texts that I get that just reset again before I go out and do something.
Well, Lee, she is not wrong, and we are all rooting for you. Thank you so much, man, for coming on, talking with us. Can you give the viewers who are watching your social media so they can follow you and keep up to date on what you're doing?
Yeah, so my everything is at Lee_Collinson. Everything, you can find me that way.
Great, great. Well, Lee, thank you again. And again, we are rooting for you. Good luck. We want to see you do well in this competition. I'm Benny Adams. You can find me on all social media at Benny J. Adams, and I will see you guys later.